So we move on from there, and again, they're talking NXT. They're talking NXT. They're talking NXT. They're building up NXT. It's NXT, NXT, NXT. I thought I was watching WWE Survivor Series, and I know that NXT was going to be there. And I know why all this is going on, mind you. I know that they're having this war with AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell you, it is no war. There is no war here. Okay? I know that, and I was guilty of it too. When the talk about AEW starting up, I was excited about the announcement. I've been wanting another wrestling product as much as anybody else until I saw AEW. And not only is it not any good, most of it is not any good. There's a couple little things. That's a story for another day. But they will talk about this being this Wednesday night war between AEW and NXT. It is no war. It's not like back in the olden days when if one product wasn't quite tip-top shape, the other was going to go out of business. That's not going to happen here. The only one that may go out of business is AEW if Tony Khan or whoever's in charge of all this, I believe is Tony Khan. I may have that crossed. I don't know. I don't care. But whoever's funding this whole thing and they realize that everything that they're doing with all of these people makes no sense and it's really, really dumb. The only one that may go out of business is AEW, but WWE is not going to go out of business. This isn't a fight for survival for WWE, okay? They're too big. They're too... They've expanded globally all over the place. They're doing stuff in Saudi Arabia. They got NXT UK. They got Raw, NXT, SmackDown. They're just everywhere. This is no war. Okay? There's even a website that I had seen where they were keeping score. And at this point, as I record this, it's like NXT has won 7. Or, excuse me, AEW has won 7. NXT has won 1. That shouldn't even matter. That has no bearing on anything. Because, again, it is not a war. WWE is not going anywhere. They have really nothing to lose. They're too big to fail. Another story for yet another day. It's not a war. But, again, to my point, they're doing all this stuff with NXT and trying to build it up and introduce all these people because they are at war with AEW. Now, WWE has basically a limitless talent pool. So when you're talking AEW against NXT, it's not that at all. It's AEW against all of WWE. There's no comparison as far as talent pool. Their entire roster is too big. And so I don't know why they feel the need to build up NXT the way that they are, with the exception of the fact that before this war, they were considered their developmental, I suppose. So they're just bringing them up to the main roster. So again, I understand why it's happening. It's not really, I don't think, completely necessary, but I understand why it's happening.